All right, we are
Hey.
live. It's Saturday.
We think we're
We
live.
think we're live. We're hoping we're live. It's Saturday.
Saturday at 6.
And I'm John Pope.
And I'm Ryan White.
And you're watching
The Chain Gang.
Hey, we're doing a special Super Bowl show tonight.
A little Super Bowl, pre-Super Bowl special.
Because we're smart. And we know
we can't compete with the Super Bowl.
with the Super Bowl. Next
we're
year,
good.
We're good.
But we're not that good.
Not quite yet. So, hey, we have a ton of special guests with us tonight.
I'm stoked.
I am excited. So I'm going to get right to it.
Let's go.
Let's introduce them. So let me switch it. I mean, this angle,
This angle's the best.
It's the best, but we're going to –
Hey now.
Uh-oh, who's that?
Oh, hey, now we got them all up in here.
So I'm going to introduce I'm going to let you introduce Dr. Kaiser. I'm going to introduce Coach Dishman here. Our head basketball coach, Coach Dishman, is joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, real quick, I forgot to say this. We are on location tonight at Bub's Distillery.
They have the coolest logo.
Yeah,
that skull with the headdress is wicked.
And so we're going to talk all things Super Bowl tonight. We thank them for letting us come on location. We thought, what a cool place.
Yeah.
But we're out here. We're on 125. Come join us.
Yeah.
You've got an hour to get here. Come join us.
And I'm ready to eat.
I'm ready to eat.
And I like to – I need a drink too.
And there's going to be a live band just a little bit.
Yeah.
And the snow is holding off.
Yeah, the snow's
holding
off.
yeah.
So going back real quick, Coach Dishman, who you know from our shows, basketball shows, welcome, Coach Dishman.
Thank you.
We're not talking basketball tonight. We're talking football.
Well, that's a shame, but I can do a little bit of both.
Yeah, I know you can. So
we got Dr. Kaiser over here. He's the guy that actually gets you straight, and he's here in person.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
our chiropractor, and not only that, but he graciously sponsors. And tonight he's hosting the show with us. So thank you for coming, man.
Thanks for inviting me.
And I noticed you've got the Kansas City. Well, you both have the Kansas City colors on.
No.
Well,
I'm not sure.
This is maroon. This is maroon.
Tampa Bay's colors.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm a Tampa Bay guy.
Oh, hey, you know what though? They're really good. They're really good.
Yeah,
They're good. Yeah.
So I'm going to get us kicked off with a question, okay? And this is something that has bothered. And our executive producer, I want to thank her real quick before we stop. Stephanie White and Alicia Pope. My wife.
Did you hear the
Alicia
in there? Like, you are whom?
We could not have got this set up tonight without them. So thank you, ladies.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get – this is a question I've thought about a lot this week. I've heard nothing but goat versus baby goat.
Oh yeah.
Is what tomorrow's going to be. Mimi, that's my mother. We are at Bub's Distillery, so we just told everybody that. But thanks for joining in, Mom. Goat versus baby goat. What do you guys think about that?
Dr. Kaiser, go ahead.
Well, it's ex-goat.
Oh, he's saying it's over.
Ex goat. So you're saying Brady's done?
Not done.
But, I mean,
how many quarterbacks want to be the GOAT?
The goat.
Yeah.
But there can only be one goat.
That's
well,
right.
I know that, but how many people want to be the GOAT?
Well, I mean, everyone wants to be the goat, but there can only be one. Now, sorry, COVID. There cannot.
Don't touch me.
So here's the other side of that, though, right? You can't switch goats. It's either you're the greatest of all time or you're not.
Yeah. So here's my thoughts on that. I think it's unquestionable that Tom Brady is the GOAT.
Unquestionable.
Right now.
That's correct.
Right now.
Not right now.
Right now he is.
Last season.
Mahomes is on his way up. He just started. So let's see what happens. But for right now, I think you have to say Brady's the GOAT.
I do too. Coach, what do you think?
I'll go with Brady. Brady's, 43 years old?
Yeah, he's old.
20 years.
Old for the
NFL player. And Mahomes is 25, been in it, 3 years?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Patrick Mahomes is going to be the next GOAT, but not today.
Let me tell you something real quick, and here's what bothers me a little bit. Now, you ask me, I can pick – so I'm a GM or I'm a coach, right? And they say, you pick any quarterback in the league right now to take to the Super Bowl.
Right now?
Right now, I'm taking Mahomes.
Mahomes, because he's
Hands down.
20 years younger.
I love Baker Mayfield, but I'm taking Mahomes, right?
He's the greatest NBA coach of all time. Did you know that?
I hate you. I'm taking Mahomes over Brady, no doubt. But how do we put Mahomes in a category with Joe Montana, with Terry Bradshaw, with Dan Marino? I don't even know he's greater than those guys all time yet.
Well, look at the stats.
Well, you're talking about I'm talking career stats. How do we make a guy a GOAT that hasn't achieved career stats like that?
Right. That's the argument.
You know what I'm
right?
saying? That's I'm not saying I think Mahomes is going to be the greatest of all time someday. But we didn't label Brady the greatest of all time just because he won 4 Super Bowls. We came in later and we said, okay, he's got the record in this. He's went to 10 Super Bowls. He's trying for a 7th ring now.
Yeah.
And now we say he's the GOAT because he is.
In my extensive preparation for this show, I mean, I took notes and everything. So I look at those two guys as really right now, they're two different players in the sense. So Brady, from what I've watched, he makes everybody around him better. And I'm not saying Mahomes doesn't. But Brady hasn't had an all-star cast around him his entire career, and he still dominates. Right now, and I don't know how you'd argue it, Mahomes has got so many weapons, so much talent around him. People would probably say it's probably easier for him. He's got all these guys around him that can make plays day in and day out, and they're all-stars.
Yep.
So they're different. I think right now, you would think that over time, Kansas City's going to have a drop-off at some point, right, with their talent around Mahomes. I mean, because they're all getting paid, right? They have a budget. So let's see what happens when that happens. See what Mahomes does. Does he make his guys around him better, or does he fall off too?
Yeah. I go back to Russell Wilson, right? The Seattle Seahawks, 4 or 5 years ago, and everybody said, here's this guy, he's changing football, he's going to be the greatest of all time. And Russell Wilson's still good. I'm not saying he's not.
Yeah.
But no longer are we talking Russell Wilson, we're talking Mahomes.
Yeah.
And all you Kansas City fans out there, I want you to know 100%, I think Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. I'm not doubting that. I am. You wanted to argue with me tonight, didn't you? Hands down, I think Kansas City has the best team in the NFL, and I think he's the best quarterback. I'm taking him on my fantasy draft all day long.
Why are you looking at your wife?
Because she scares. No, I'm kidding. No, I asked her to keep time because I want to be respectful of the band. So, but I am not taking him in as the greatest of all time. He's got to prove a lot more to me.
Yeah. So here's my question to the fans out there, and hey, hit the like and share our page. We'd love to get this out to everybody. Here's my question. Here's what I've noticed about these two guys. They both have amazing hair.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So who's got the better hair?
Hey, Coach, you'll appreciate this. So I asked my wife, right? She goes, and people love to hate Tom Brady, right? I mean,
that guy's like, yep.
Why do they hate him?
Because he's that good.
He's that good.
Yeah.
But I asked my wife the other night, I said, she goes, I don't like Tom Brady. And I said, but you got to admit, he's a good quarterback. He's a good-looking dude. Oh, he's ugly.
Nah.
I'm like, okay, come on.
He's not ugly.
I'm at a restaurant.
He's a good-looking dude.
You're a single woman. I come up to you. Tom Brady comes up to you. Oh, I'm picking you. That's sweet. That was sweet.
So who's got the better hair? If you had to pick, who's got the hair?
Ooh.
That's a tough one. I'll go Mahomes.
Oh, you like the fluff?
I do.
The ladies in the back are saying, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. This is a weird topic for a Super Bowl thing.
Yeah.
But,
Hey, they both have gray hair.
Mahomes, I'm going Mahomes, dude. If I could pull off that hair that's unconventional, I would do it. I can't.
Which guys are who you got?
I don't know. Paul Mitchell, or
I think I'm going Brady. just
Nexus.
because- I'm going Brady because he's got so many styles. He can wear it long. He can wear it high and tight, comb it over. I mean, he's.
You've been following him?
Hey, I'm just saying.
Stalker.
I know what I pay attention.
Yeah. Coach, I'm going to ask you this.
Ask me.
You're not a Kansas City fan, are you?
I'm rooting for Tampa Bay tomorrow.
Okay.
Only because I love to play the devil's advocate. I love what Patrick Mahomes has done under his system, or Coach Reid's system. Going back to the GOAT, we don't talk about the 3 Super Bowls that Elway lost. We talk about the 2 that he won.
That's right.
If he wins tomorrow, he jumps up some notches in the GOAT category, but he's not near 6.
And that's my argument with it is that you're we're so eager to label him, and I hope he does. I'm not sitting here saying, "Gosh, I hope something happens where he, he's not." I don't know, but he has a lot more to go in order to prove it to me.
True.
So, but yeah, who do you got? What's your final score? Who do you got, and what's your final score?
Oh, we're making picks.
We
I
are.
can't make mine.
Yeah,
yet.
we're not making ours yet.
We got.
me first?
We need a
Oh,
winner
great.
and we need a score.
Brady likes to throw picks. And so, under pressure. So, I'm going to say 38-24.
Who?
You figure it out.
Kansas City.
No, Kansas City. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's non-committal right there.
And so you think Kansas City's defense is going to pressure Brady enough to where he's throwing that many picks?
Yes, they're going to mix it up and blitz.
Okay. Hit us with a trivia question real quick.
Bring it.
Who is the only quarterback to win a Super Bowl with two different teams?
The only quarterback to win a Super Bowl with two different teams. Who is that?
Oh, I got this.
I got it.
I don't have it.
I got it because you
got
sent it to me earlier.
You got
Pope.
it. Oh, yeah. I have it because I sent it to him earlier. Think about it. You know what? Honestly, when I first read that question, I was like, "Oh, who is that?" But if you think about it, it's pretty easy.
And if Brady does it tomorrow, he would be
He'd be
the
the
other
second
guy.
Yeah, the second.
So just add that to his list of accomplishments if it happens.
And and we're talking about another quarterback that I don't think Mahomes has even come close to as far as on the GOAT list.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't either.
Peyton
Coach?
Manning.
I'm stumped.
Oh man.
Yeah, Peyton Manning.
Oh,
we
yeah.
forget.
With the Colts.
We forget the time
Colts
in
is good.
Denver.
Well,
I
That-
do.
yeah, that
We-
late
we
run at
should have
Denver,
known.
That's right.
Colts with a horseshoe and Bronco with a horseshoe.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know why I missed that.
So
Hey, Tom Baker. Hey, buddy. I really appreciate you
We-
chiming in right there.
Where is
I mean, you
Tom?
don't need to have to say anything else other than what you just put on there.
it
man.
says our video quality is lower because we're not getting a good Wi-Fi signal. So, but we're okay with that. You just get to
He says we're good-looking fellers up here.
looking good,
Oh,
fellas.
all four of us?
Yeah. So, hey, want to thank our friend Dr. Kaiser for coming on board. He's been a
Big
good
sponsor
friend
for us.
of ours. I've enjoyed kind of sparring with you a little bit. He'll come by my office, roll down the window, and say Notre Dame. He leaves me notes. So we thank you for coming on. Are you sticking around for a little bit?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I hope you do. But if you don't, thank you for coming, man.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you for
coming on,
inviting me.
bro. Yeah, appreciate
I
it.
appreciate it. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
All right, real quick, we're thankful for our sponsors, Dr. Kaiser. We also want to thank another one of our sponsors. He's our drug dealer.
Yeah, man.
He's our drug dealer.
I just got my script the other day.
Yeah.
I feel better.
Rogersville Pharmacy.
Yeah, man.
So Jim Coker and Rogersville Pharmacy,
check
they
them
are.
out.
I guarantee you, they're going for the Chiefs because Laney, his wife, is a huge Chiefs fan.
Yeah, they got that
So,
drive up. They got that drive up curbside stuff going on. It's great, man.
But yeah, we're big, huge fans of Rogersville Pharmacy and what they do, and it's Dr. Kaiser. You know, it's an experience when you go in there.
It is.
I mean, right now you can't go in there, but hey, we have our next guest just coming on the set. Of
Oh,
course,
my, there he is.
Of course, he's late as always,
Fashionably late.
but you are going to recognize his face in just about a second. But we're going to sit him here.
What?
You're kicking you guys out.
You're out.
You're out.
You're out,
Oh,
Dr. Kaiser.
okay.
We got time slots,
How come I didn't vote?
huh? You did vote.
Yeah, video
All right,
low
we're
quality and streaming low.
Is that what it says?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, hurry up, Cooch.
Hey, just remind
All right.
everybody we're
Do I
up
get
here
to
at
sit
Bub's
here?
Distillery
Scoot up a little
out here
bit.
on 125 at the top of the hill. Come check us out.
Yeah, we'll be here for a whole nother 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And, well, we'll be here well after that because we're gonna watch some live band. We're gonna eat
Yeah.
some food.
Hang
But,
out with some good people.
You guys may recognize this guy from our show last
He
week.
looks familiar.
Crazy.
Is it Darren? David Cucci. Everybody knows David Cucci. He's a local basketball star, SBU star.
Give me a wide
Scoot in.
camera angle, brother.
saying
Give me a
scoot
wide-
in.
I got to get closer to
Oh, yeah.
John
Yeah.
on purpose.
Turn.
Oh my gosh.
Get closer.
Oh my goodness.
What are
is
we
she
supposed to
talking
do?
about?
All right. Is
We
this
need to
better?
flip
Oh,
our
I
camera
flipped
angle.
our
Better?
camera back.
Not
so-
better?
It's probably on delay.
Oh, but anyways, hey, big fan of my friend David Cucci here. Asked him to come on, so thanks for coming, man.
Happy to be here.
Now I wanted this for just a second because this is our head basketball coach for our girls, Coach Dishman.
Nice.
And then
Good
I've
to
got
see
my
you.
other friend here who's a basketball star. And I thought I was going to be able to stump you guys with some trivia since you only know basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to admit to that.
No, I
It
know.
could happen.
I know Coach is a multi-sport coach. You've coached many sports, and I know you've played many sports.
Absolutely.
So
Yep.
we're going to start real quick with another trivia question from our executive producer over here.
So what quarterback has the most winless appearances in the Super Bowl?
So
What quarterback has the
Winless.
most winless experiences in the Super Bowl?
So
I'm
I
gonna say
actually,
Tom Brady.
I actually knew this.
I did too.
I actually knew this question when you sent it to me
Coach-
before reading the answer.
I said Tom Brady.
Coach Dishman says Tom Brady.
That's probably who I would guess as well. I don't know unless that goes back before my generation, before I really got into football. So I'm guessing
I wouldn't
during my
imagine-
generation, I'm going to say Tom Brady.
Nope, it's
So
in
they
your
bo-
generation.
so
Could
they
be
both stumped
Buffalo
that
Bills. Could be
Oh,
what's his name?
Oh,
Yeah.
he's on to
He-
something.
Come on,
Jim.
come
He's
on,
on-
come on, come on.
He's
Oh.
on to something.
He's on it.
I don't know.
It's a 55-year-old brain I'm working with. Jim Kelly.
That's
Jim, it is.
That is the
Oh,
correct
okay.
answer.
Jim Kelly. You know
Yeah.
what? You know what's amazing is, do you remember the AFC Championship where the Bills were playing Kansas
Yeah.
City? Joe Montana
Yep.
was leading the Kansas City Chiefs
That's right.
at that point.
That's
So
right.
the two
Yeah.
old guys
Yeah.
duking it out.
Are you leaving?
He's out of here.
Hey, Joe Montana was is and always will be one of my all-time favorite
Sure.
quarterbacks.
Sure.
I probably grew up with him like a lot of these younger kids are growing up with Mahomes, So
Except
Yeah,
he's
he was-
winning.
And he was that star during our era too. He
was.
was kind of that guy. You
Yeah.
know, that's sure everybody knows Montana. Absolutely.
I guess we don't need to know who you're going for since you got the Chiefs shirt on already.
Well, you're here to talk about it, but obviously I'm a Chiefs fan. I have been a long time. We have a lot of resentment toward like the Patriots and always knocking us off, right?
Right.
But when we're talking about this game, I guess I don't know how far you guys have got into it, but this is a tough call on who's going to win, right? I mean, I want my team to win, but there's a lot of factors and things, and
Yes.
you got Tom Brady. I mean, even though he's older now, you just can't rule Tom Brady out.
That's
ever,
right.
ever.
Yeah.
And so it kind of
By
brings.
the way, he's not that old.
He's almost as old as you are. Tom.
He is 6 months
He's
older.
probably the same age.
Yeah, he's
John.
6 months older than me. And like I always like to joke, but it's really not that far fetched. Is I need biofreeze just to get out of bed.
Wow.
Here he is tossing it around.
Well, thanks for that visual there,
Yeah.
John. I appreciate that.
David, I've been at your house several times.
Just think, Alicia, he's the same age. Can you believe how good? Yeah,
How good looking I am compared to Tom Brady. Is that what you're going to say?
You beat me to it.
Wow. I
This
wasn't-
show is turning
It
weird.
got weird. It just
We're
got
supposed to
weird.
be here to talk about the manliest sport in the world.
We're talking about
We're
hairstyles, and
talking-
who's got the better hair.
I've got this question for you guys because I thought of you. The last big event we did pre-COVID was at your house for Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
So what are your favorite Super Bowl? Let me ask you, do you have Super Bowl traditions or favorite foods, favorite?
Like for us, no. I mean, we just kind of wing it every year. We
Literally
don't.
like chicken wings.
Well, that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, it's kind of like sometimes we have a big get together. We did last year. John was there, and we had a big party, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of excitement. Of course, Chiefs winning, and other years previously we've done that, and not done that. So some years we really get into it and don't. But that's our thing.
Yeah.
What about you,
Yeah,
Coach?
no. Oh, well, we'll have practice tomorrow afternoon and try to get home before all of it starts. But, yeah, that's been my last probably 12, 15 years of basketball practice and then the Super Bowl. So, nothing fancy.
Well, that's cool though. I mean, I got to tell you, Bella's got training tomorrow from 3:30 to 4:30. I think apparently someone griped, and her coach said those kids or those young men playing tomorrow were probably practicing during a Super Bowl in their lifetime.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, it makes you think if you want to get to a certain level, Like you know, your girls are going to practice tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the number one focus, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Coach, have you always had Sunday practice forever?
If we play on Monday, we always practice on Sunday. I'm a big believer in giving a kid a 1 day off a week at least. So usually it falls on Saturday. So like we came in Friday afternoon, had the absolute best practice we've had all season. Took today off and come back in tomorrow. Hopefully we'll repeat it because it's a busy week. We got 3 games this week, 3 games the next. So
Nice.
Can you call Rick Burney for me? Hey, we're about 7 minutes late. We're going to sit here. We got the 2-minute drill with Rick Burney coming up in just a second.
Oh, fun.
I had so much fun at your house. I mean, when the Chiefs mounted that, I mean, how many people we have? Like
20 or so,
20?
yeah.
Oh, you need to Bluetooth to this. Can you get it Bluetooth to the Roadcaster?
But last year was great. The weather was awesome, too. We actually played football. Us old-timers got out and played football.
Well, and we went out and shot.
Yeah.
We shot some guns. I fished a little bit.
You did.
That's a Missouri Super Bowl party right there.
That is.
Shoot some guns and play some football.
David's
Ride
house,
4-wheelers, the whole deal.
David's house is perfect for, I mean, just kind of that environment.
Yeah, we own quite a bit of land.
So thanks for inviting us this year. But
you're
anyway,
welcome on that.
Delicious.
You took the hint, right?
Delicious. Are we on? Hey, now's this time. We started this new segment, and it's 2-minute drill with Rick Burney. So, do we have Rick Burney on the line here?
Rick, can you hear us, buddy?
Are we Bluetooth on your phone, Alicia?
We don't know.
We
may not have. We may not
All
have.
right, maybe
Speaking of
he's out
winging
there.
We may not have him just yet.
Maybe he's got to, get geared up a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't see him.
John was asking earlier about like Super Bowl traditions and whatnot. So we always like to try to go through and pick who has the best commercial, right? I mean, I think everybody does that. Pepsi's been doing a big push, it looks like, this year. Steph's on the phone. Are you calling in too? So anyway, if I had to pick a favorite Super Bowl dish, I like that buffalo chicken dip.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can get on that like the whole game.
That is good.
And not overfill up,
Yeah.
I don't really have a favorite. Tomorrow we're going to do a hodgepodge of, it's kind of whatever you like that day, but we do finger foods.
Mm-hmm.
We usually cut them down and
You're not smoking anything?
I'm not
I
smoking
was going to say,
anything.
he's usually smoking some kind of meat or something.
I'm not. So, no, church, honestly, growing up, we did a lot of Super Bowl parties at church. And so younger, it was Super Bowl parties at church. And of course, I've enjoyed getting together with friends, and we all have kids about the same age and all that. So,
getting together with the family, that's always a great time. I think we're having a hard time.
Yeah, we're having a hard time getting Rick on. We're remote, and so it's not working as well as we wanted. Call him on my.
Get him again.
Try to call him on my phone over there real quick, but don't move it.
Always like this
building.
Okay, David Kuchioff was
And
making
it was
his.
such a good talk, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, so we.
Whew, I'm glad I don't have to repeat all that. That's good.
it was professional.
Wow.
Well, we need you to repeat it.
Where did I leave off? I don't have any idea.
You talked about the defense. Talk about
okay,
defense,
okay.
Coach.
All right.
Defense
So,
wins championships we're used to anyway.
So basically what I think on the game is I think the defense is the X factor here. So, both the offenses, they have powerful offenses. They have great tight ends, running backs, wide receivers. They're all good. They have the whole package. Both of them do. I just think the defense, if Kansas City defense shows up, I think it's going to be about a 14-point game. That's what I'm predicting.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that button.
You realize the Browns aren't in this anymore, right?
I had to give you a hard time.
The muffin maker, Baker Mayfield is still not in the game. Okay,
Coach.
he's not there anymore. So.
Yeah, so I think that's a lot of people. I don't think you're far off. I really don't. I want you to stick around to hear our predictions, but I honestly don't think you're that far off.
Yeah.
I think it's a tale of two different teams and who shows up or what parts of those teams show up tomorrow.
But how do you, if you're in a Brady camp, how do you count Brady out? Even if you don't like Brady, obviously as Chiefs, we have a resentment toward Brady and the Patriots. But let's just say Brady. What he's done over the last 20 seasons or whatever he's at the Patriots. it's unbelievable. I mean, you just can't rule this guy out. He's been down more times and come back behind victories and wins and playoff championships. You name it. I mean, this guy is the real deal. So,
John, you got your chair.
Guys, we are just want to reiterate, we are at Bub's Distillery on 125 over by the
Pyramid Food.
Pyramid Food.
across from Dollar General.
Across from Dollar General.
Yeah, on the top of the hill.
We're going to finish this show at 7. We are going to stick around. We're going to listen to a live band. We're going to have some
They're rolling
food.
in right now.
Yeah, they're rolling their equipment in. We're excited to hear them. So, but we're talking until then. We're talking all things Super Bowl. I listen to ESPN nonstop in my truck when I'm driving, and I heard two defensive linemen, and I can't tell you who it was, but they were talking about tackling Tom Brady. And they said, what makes Tom Brady so hard to tackle? He's not elusive like Mahomes is.
Sure,
he doesn't have the quick feet.
Yeah.
And they said it's the way he manipulates his shoulder movements. And so I went back and I started watching some Tom Brady clips. And it is really cool. In just a slight twitch, sometimes of that shoulder, he'll throw a defensive lineman or pass rusher off a little bit. And so, you look at Mahomes. Mahomes runs 8 miles a play,
right?
a lot of times.
Throw it sidearm, 50 yards down the field,
throw it behind his back. But I mean,
broken play gets 25 yards. That's Mahomes.
Right.
Yeah.
Tom Brady is not built to be that. He's a pocket passer.
Absolutely.
He's not running around a ton. If he picks up 50 yards of rushing, I think that's a huge game. That would be a huge game.
Oh, that's huge. Yeah,
So,
that's huge. No, you're spot on with Brady. I mean, that's what he's been. He's been a pocket passer, but he's so deceiving. He's the king of short passes. I mean, he's incredibly hard to guard because he gets the ball out of his hands so quick too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I'm excited because I'm hoping, and this is what I hope, win or lose, whatever. I hope it goes down to the wire, and it's a great game for both those young men. I don't want to see a blowout either way. I don't want Tom Brady going because I'm sure he may be back next year. But I don't want to see him going off into the sunset with a 42-3 loss to the Chiefs.
Oh, I wouldn't hurt my – I mean, that'd be fine or not fine, I guess, for you, John.
Rick Burney, man, we're sorry we can't get you connected for your 2-minute drill bit, but he is picking the Chiefs. But I was a betting man. I would bet against Brady in the Super – or he would not bet against Brady in the Super Bowl. And I think that's
kind of what we're talking about.
That's fair.
Hey, real quick, we asked this question earlier, and I want your take especially because we talked about GOAT versus baby GOAT. And I think the three of us agreed that Tom Brady is the GOAT.
Yep.
Mahomes is nowhere near the GOAT.
Yeah, so, I think it's just experience and time in the league, right? I mean, here we are 3 years into Mahomes' season. Brady's been in here for over 20 years. I mean, it's not apples to apples yet. But so you put the time in and have some of the longevity accomplishments that Brady has. I mean, he could be. So there is no doubt that Brady is the GOAT. I mean, that's a given. I think everybody's there. But there's a lot of other great quarterbacks in the league. Mahomes obviously has set the new standard. He is the next guy coming.
He's the best.
He's the one coming up. Yeah.
He's the one that everybody's chasing. He is for most games when he's in it. He is the X factor of that game because we watched it in his playoff game when he went out with a concussion. That's we watched that game kind of all of a sudden it unfolded to possibly a bad direction for the Chiefs, but it didn't. So I mean he has such an impact on the game, the way he plays, how elusive he is.
Yeah.
Dr. Kaiser's wife said, both young men, ? Well, Brady's still young. Dang it. My thing is, I said this earlier, and it's the truth. And you know me, I'm a huge Baker Mayfield fan. If you're a GM or coach, if I'm a GM or coach, there's no way I'm picking anyone else but Mahomes to lead my team.
Sure.
Hands down the best in the league.
Sure.
But we start talking about Dan Marino, Steve Young. We start talking about Joe Montana. Yep. He's not even close.
Right.
Now, do I think he
could be
a 15-year career? Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, he could get that far.
Yeah, it depends on how. I mean, injuries are going to obviously be a thing in that. Back to Brady, it's like, this guy, he knows the game so well. I think that's one thing that for me it puts him as a GOAT because he understands the game extremely well, and he knows inside and out his position and other positions, and that's what makes him so good. His research, his competitiveness that he plays that game with it's just unmatched. It's been unmatched for so many years. He's never lost that intensity and his will to win. It's just been crazy.
Kind of what you're talking about. It seems like there's not a defense that confuses him. Like you'll see them be moving players all over the field trying to confuse him and think he's blitzing or whatever, but he is so good. Like you said, he studies the game and for so long at this point. I mean, it's just incredible what he's able to do and pick them apart.
Yep.
Let's talk about Kansas City's offensive line, though. I mean, they're hurting.
Yeah.
They
I
are
mean,
hurting.
what do you? But they've been hurting for a while, and they've done exceptionally well. How big a factor is that for you tomorrow?
I think it is a factor. They have a lot of weapons. So, I mean, for the offense in general, you have the king of broken plays, Mahomes. And so even if they have some spots and their tackles are out or whoever's out, they're running with an offset a squad, he can still make things happen. And that's why I say he is the ultimate X factor in any game, because he makes so many things happen. He doesn't really need a play. It can be a broken play, and he's so deadly and dangerous on those broken plays. It's unmatched on that. I mean, he left the league and yards gained and any kind of broken player out of the pocket pass anywhere. I mean, he has it by more than 2 or 3 folds. So yeah, it's just unbelievable. So
and I agree with what you're saying. I also think if you watch him, I mean, he gets the ball out of his hands so fast.
Yeah.
I mean, and their receivers are so fast. They're downfield 15 yards in 2 seconds. And I mean, the ball's out.
And he's got his receivers trained now, especially after last season. He's got them all where as soon as it comes out of the pocket, you watch, everybody comes back to the ball. I mean, that's just their instinct, come to the ball, and they do it better than anybody else. Kelsey and Hill, they just instinctively come right back. They find an open spot, and they hit him, and he gets hit. So, I mean, when you have a quarterback who can roll right and then throw left 40, 50 yards on 1 foot running, I mean, how do you guard it? I mean, it's –
yeah, I don't know. And I don't, kind of talking about the GOAT versus baby GOAT, I don't know that he's going to play as long as Brady does because of some of the stuff he does. I mean, eventually.
That's what worries me.
Eventually, some guys are going to start hitting him when he's doing that weird, awkward stuff, and it's going to hurt him.
Yeah, and that's my, when you talk about the Lamar Jacksons, the Mahomes, Russell Wilson, none of them are big-bodied quarterbacks.
Right.
And they scramble a lot.
Right.
And so – you saw the Browns game where Mahomes, got hit. Man, when you're running around like that, your longevity, and I hope, I mean, guys, I hopefully everybody knows I like Mahomes. I mean, I think he's an exceptional quarterback. I'd love to see him play 20 years, see what he can do. But it does worry me that he may not. The Chiefs paid him a record number contract this year, right?
Sure. Yeah.
But I do see that young man. I mean, Kansas City is set up to be in this position for a long time.
Wow.
Well, they know they got to protect him. I mean, the line knows they got to protect him. Everybody knows they got to protect him. Andy Reid doesn't want him to run as much as only when he kind of has to, and so he's doing it in moderation more than he did his first season. He was just running all the time, so they have pulled him back. He's not doing what Lamar Jackson does, but he is still being very aggressive.
Yeah. So, guys, I wanted to have you two on at the same time because, like I said, great minds of basketball, but you guys proved to us great minds of football too, right?
They know it all.
I would just like sports.
I did.
Let's not go great minds of basketball. I mean,
you guys are great
just
minds.
Go great minds of sports. I'll
great
be good
minds
with that
all
one.
together.
Yeah.
I worried about David because he's a Mizzou fan.
Ooh.
And I got to tell you one quick story, and it'll show you how mean he is to me.
It's tough.
I'm sitting, Alicia's in labor with our
this
daughter.
is a great story.
They come to visit, and I'm in the, what is it?
Triage
the
or
triage
whatever.
whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like 30 degrees in there.
Oh, it's cold.
And I'm in there shivering.
Well, you
and
got
stuff.
to. So I just had a baby about a month prior. So
Yeah.
I just came out of this. So we had kids about the same age. So I just went through this, and I knew how cold and miserable it was in that room.
So he comes to the hospital with a Mizzou Snuggie, and I had no other choice than to wear it.
Yeah. And Alicia got a picture. Somewhere along this, we got a picture. There is proof that this actually happened. So we brought a little gift basket to him, and it's kind of fun. And it had to bring this Mizzou Snuggie. And then John snuggles up with it on one of those lay-down chair couches thing that they got.
And I got a wicked rash that the doctors couldn't figure out what it was.
It was called a winter's rash. He's never had one of those before.
Here we
Wow.
go.
Let's get deep.
We could go off on this tangent for about 20 minutes, David and I could. But hey, guys, thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
Are you
thanks,
sticking
guys.
around
Yeah, thanks
a
for
little
having
bit?
us.
Yeah.
Okay, you're sticking around, Coach, right?
Sure.
Okay, so we'll listen to some live music after this. Once again, folks, we are at
Bub's Distillery.
Bub's Distillery, and on 125,
125 at the top of the
across
hill
from
next to
Dollar General.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the
And-
come and goes up here.
We're about to listen to some live music.
Yeah.
We've got two guys coming on that that are
They're really putting off the vibe
Lifelong
at the bar. I
friends of
wish we
mine,
could get
so.
a look at that because look at that, man.
They're ready.
We're gonna stay over here and heckle, right, Coach? We're gonna be
I
close.
think. Well, he told me.
All right.
Am I leaving or do I get to leave now?
you get to leave, Coach.
Hey, and just for the record, I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Oh, I didn't ask you, did he?
Oh, no, you
hold
didn't.
on.
No,
Coach,
I'm kind of hurt, but
Sorry.
it's okay because one, you're an Oklahoma fan. He's a Mizzou fan, so I'm going to leave you with this: Tampa Bay, 31-24, and then I'll say Rock Chalk, Jayhawk, and go Cat.
Hey,
my
hold on. One
goodness.
question. One question.
That was a lot. We
Can I
should
ask you one
unpack this
question?
earlier.
I thought I was leaving.
No, one more question.
One more question.
Where is OU ranked right now in the NCAA college basketball?
You know, we have to take a year off. KU has to take a year off. We don't want to win all the time.
Hey, we never win at basketball, so this is a big deal for us.
True,
It's
true,
a huge deal. This
true.
is like when Mizzou was ranked number 1 for like a week. You remember in 2008, weren't you guys ranked number 1? That's a big deal.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
So-
I mean, it was a good deal.
All right, guys, thank you for
Yeah.
coming
I
on.
don't know if that's an insult or not. I can't quite figure this out.
It was a passive
It was kind of a
That was a
it was a
slight,
backhanded
yeah.
deal. I couldn't quite catch
was-
it all, but
It's very passive aggressive, but you
Well,
got it.
you know what's funny when he was listing all the NFL quarterbacks, he didn't even say Baker Mayfield.
I
You know,
did.
He didn't. No,
Well,
no,
no.
The last time you
'Cause
said
he-
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he's not great. I mean, he's a good quarterback, but he's not
very
great.
good at all.
he's a better actor than he is quarterback right now.
Get out
He's
of
got
here.
that kind of
Those-
figured
Get
out.
off my
Yeah,
show.
he's
Those
doing good.
commercials are long.
Get off my show.
See you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you in a second. All right, we have.
Thanks, man.
Want to reiterate where we're at. We want to thank Bub's Distillery for letting us broadcast live from here. We've got two guys. I'm going to say your real name, then I'm going to call you by what I call you. Can you scoot all the way up?
I'm gonna have to scoot up.
So we
All
got
up
two
in it.
guys joining us, but come out. We're going to be on for about another 15 minutes, and then we are going to eat some food.
Yeah, listen to some live
listen
music.
to some live music, and have a good time.
Are you gonna
So
sing?
I'm definitely.
Oh,
Gonna
we're
sing.
doing a
Yeah.
duo, yeah.
Well, you
We're
really
doing-
can sing.
Hey, let's
so.
do that Kid Rock song with Sheryl Crow and Kid Rock, you and I.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun,
You know, I ain't seen you in 6 days
Yeah.
or
Just
whatever.
got really
Hey,
weird.
We're doing that.
Hey, scoot
we were talking about
it's
the
gonna be
Super
scoot up a
Bowl.
little bit. Hey, these are two of our really good friends, and honestly, I can't talk to them during football season because they are Hogs fans, and they give me a hard.
Pig Suey Razorbacks!
That just made
Wow.
my
Yes.
night.
Wow,
That was awesome. We're taking the show over. I feel like a helicopter.
Hey, Alicia, can you get me a drink? I just threw up. In
Abel
my
Bacon,
mouth.
Charlie.
No, but here we
Roger
go. I got Eric Holmes with me and Charlie Hill, two really good friends of mine, two really good friends of Ryan. I call him C Hizzle because he's off the charts, and he's in my phone to see his. So, but thanks for coming, guys. I know.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Yeah,
All right.
Hey, I have called before.
you have.
Time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was last week
Yeah,
or a week before, and
I was talking a little trash, maybe.
yeah. You
about-
said about Baker.
No, Maker Bayfield. That's
Maker
what I call him.
Bayfield.
Maker Bayfield.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback.
He is. He's a good quarterback.
So-
Better athlete than a quarterback.
I know you both are Kansas City fans.
Yes, sir.
So I want to ask. Let's start with the trivia question.
Yeah, hit them with the trivia.
Here we go.
Here we go. Let's see how good they are.
Which teams have never made it to the Super Bowl?
Which teams have never made it to the
made it.
Super Bowl?
Oklahoma Sooners.
Correct.
Boom. When's the last time Arkansas made?
No,
Oh,
they never made it.
1964.
You won a national championship.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's say Washington
been a while.
Redskins. I don't know.
You say Redskins. Who do you say? I would have never guessed this. I only know because I know the answer, but
I don't know.
the Texans. But if you stop and think
Oh,
about
yeah.
the Texans,
Yeah.
okay,
New franchise.
new franchise.
Newer.
But this one surprised me, and I had to go look it up because I didn't want to report this as a trivia question, answer and it not be right. But the Detroit Lions,
Really?
my boy
Really?
Billy Sims played his heart out for, has never been to the Super Bowl. So,
Huh. That
Um,
surprises me.
what are the keys to the game for you? Well, I mean, what do you guys think about tomorrow?
I think defense is going to have to step up, man. Tom Brady, you got to give it to him. I'm a Chiefs fan, but he's a stud for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that the Chiefs have enough to stop Tom Brady?
I think we scored enough points to beat Tom Brady.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'll give my pick later, but I'm on the same. I'm on that page with you. Offensive line. I talked to David Cucci a little bit. If I'm not a fan of either team. I'm rooting for the Chiefs because all my buddies want the Chiefs to win, and it's our home team. I'm not a fan, but I'm rooting for them. The offensive line worries me a little bit.
Yeah, was Eric Fisher? She's out, isn't he?
Yeah, he's out for the game. That's right. They've been banged up throughout the year, though. They've done all right.
They've done okay, yeah.
But they got the best, one of the most mobile quarterbacks in the league. So
Without a doubt.
I mean, even with the lineman down, I mean,
but he's also got a little turf toe.
Yeah.
You guys all play sports. Alicia was laughing at turf toe. It is not.
Hurts.
It's not a joke, right? I mean, it's a legit thing.
and I'm sure
hurts,
he's been
Alicia.
given some pretty strict orders about what he's allowed to do and not allowed to do. And I'm sure the number one thing is go out and win the game, right?
Yeah,
But they want to protect him. They want him to be in the game for the whole game, and they want him to be safe and so forth. So,
have you guys been lifelong Chiefs fans?
no,
I have not. No.
No.
You're a bandwagon fan then?
I'm not. So my youngest son, huge Chiefs fan, so started watching it with him about 7 years ago.
Did you even watch the NFL before that?
Did not.
Yeah, I'm not a huge NFL fan.
Yeah, more a college guy.
More a college guy, but I root for players, but so I understand that. What about you, Eric?
I grew up as a Cowboys fan because I'm a Razorback fan. I grew up
That
down
makes sense.
close to
Makes
the Arkansas
sense.
line.
Yeah.
I grew up watching Razorbacks and the Cowboys and the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So I grew up kind of a Cowboys fan, but the last, since Mahomes came on the scene, he kind of lit me up. And
Energizes.
It energizes and it brings.
Yeah.
It's so fun to watch. The style of play he has is different, and it's something that you don't see often.
Yeah.
And it's just fun to watch, and and that's drawing me in.
Yeah. If I know it's fun to hate Tom Brady, and I know it's fun to this guy shakes his head yes every time. He's like, I hate Tom Brady.
That guy.
He's sending him hate mail. That's what he's going out there doing. He's sending him hate mail.
I mean, he's 43 years old.
How can you hate him though? I mean,
How
really,
do you-
how do you hate him?
I'm 42.
I don't hate him, man.
You're 42. You're
I don't-
41.
We're the same age. I'm 44.
Okay. So
I know I don't look it, but-
42, 43, 44. I'd have said it.
I could
no
play.
more than 43.
I could play.
Oh, you
still.
could totally play.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we can go.
You
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, seriously.
If you're like, and there's no way I'm out there for 15 games, throwing it around like he does, getting hit by 300-pound, 24-year-old, defensive ends.
Yeah, I mean, Charlie and I coached a 5th grade team this year, and I mean, we totally
pretty
we
much
were,
like
we were
being
like
Tom
So
Brady.
when we play against them, we
Dominated.
dominated.
we dominated that.
That's
And we had
almost
no
like
trouble.
being Tom Brady. I get it, but
Practice superstars.
yeah. No, I have a lot of respect for him, but I'm going to tell you, I said I'm not a fan of Kansas City, but how can you not root for Mahomes?
Oh yeah,
That'd
for
be
sure.
hard.
Here's where I get upset with the NFL. A lot of times they come in, these players are cocky, they run it for themselves. Mahomes is a class act,
Definitely.
and you don't even have to be a football fan to respect what he does for the community, what he does for Kansas City area.
Yeah, him and Travis Kelce. I know
Kelce.
Travis Kelce does a lot, with the kids
Yeah.
and the youth and really
He-
giving back.
Won Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah, and they get to wear that their whole career, which I think is just
Oh,
awesome.
that's cool.
I think
That
that's
little
great.
logo that you'll see on their uniform or just on their helmet. I can't remember, but anyway, you'll see it on there, and they get to wear that their whole career.
Yeah, I think that's awesome, man. Hey, once again, want to thank Bub's Distillery for allowing us to come out here, live broadcast. It's
Live
starting to get
remote.
pretty
Yeah, it's
busy here.
busy up in here.
It's getting exciting. I hear the band back there doing some
Getting on that
cowbell
drum a little bit. Oh,
and
more cowbell.
More cowbell.
More cowbell.
So we're gonna have a good time here in just a second. We got about 9 minutes. We're gonna go around. I want to start with Charlie. I want to go with you. I'm gonna give my pick, and you give your pick,
Okay.
and we'll end the show.
All right.
Charlie, what do you got?
Chiefs 28-24.
28-24.
It's going to be a tight one. I like that.
Oh, it's going to be 38-25. The
Chiefs?
Chiefs. Yes,
Okay.
definitely the Chiefs. We last week, my son Grady picked the score. He picked 38-24. It was 38-25.
Yeah.
So he won the pot at our house. And asked him, I said, what's going to be the score this week? He said, I'm going with the same thing. So
Yeah.
I'm bringing that to the table for Grady tonight.
I'm looking at it. I'm going to take kind of what you said because I've thought a lot about this on the how do you stop Mahomes, and I think you do your best to stop him between the 20s, and then you play some hardcore red zone defense, and you allow field goals. You don't feel bad about a field goal. You definitely love a punt, but you play the best red zone defense you've got. The Bucs have to me, arguably one of the best defensive lines
Yeah, they're
in
tough.
the NFL.
They are tough.
They have two of the best pass rushers in the NFL. If they can torment Mahomes enough to make up for their poor secondary. Now, their corners are good. The safeties are banged up. They're not that great.
Mm-hmm.
If Mahomes gets his wide receivers out in space and has enough time to throw it, game over, I think Chiefs by 14. But if they can pressure Brady, or if they can pressure Mahomes, keep their defense locked down in the red zone, I think there's a chance. The other side of it is you're playing Mahomes. You're playing Tyreek Hill. You're playing Kelsey. At that point, do you need an offensive line that's that great?
No.
Just need time to get the
You
ball
just
off.
need 2 seconds.
You need time to get the ball off. So I've thought long and hard about this, and I am rooting so hardcore for the Chiefs tomorrow. It is going to be 32-29. The Broncos, the Buccaneers, the Buccaneers with 2 minutes left in the game. Mahomes gets the ball, and he is going to drive all the way down the field and fail to score.
Oh, wow.
Buccaneers by 4. Tom Brady goes out riding his chariot as the GOAT.
Oh, damn.
And our matey.
All right, so I like everything you said up until the very end, John.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty good. So I agree with what you said. You got to keep Mahomes between the 20s, play good defense. The one game that I watched that they struggled, the Chiefs on offense, was the defense played man coverage. It went 2 over the top, and they didn't let anybody get behind them. So I think that's the way the Bucs are going to attack them in their passing game. I think Williams for the Chiefs has to have a good game out of the backfield. I think he's got to carry the rock a little bit more than he's used to. I don't think the offensive line is going to be a big deal because they're going to get the ball out quick. So for me, it's going to be a close game, 27-23 Chiefs.
Okay, I like it. Hey, like I said earlier, close is good. I
Yeah.
want it close for both of those
A little back
guys,
and forth.
you know?
I'd like to see a little back and
Hey,
forth.
my mother-in-law says no. I'm telling you
Yep.
what, if my father-in-law were still alive, I would not be picking against the Chiefs because he was a huge Chiefs
My
fan.
mother-in-law's not watching this. So.
Yeah, okay. Well, Marvin Boyer
says
has the Bucks
Bucks.
too, so
Marvin,
I would,
come on.
I would
Yeah.
expect that from
Yeah, he
him.
roots
Come
for
on,
the Cowboys. Though, so.
yeah, well,
Yeah, well.
you know, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're a Cowboys fan, I mean, you're.
Hey, easy. I mean, I'm a secondary Cowboys
I grew up
fan.
in Oklahoma. Well,
So-
Arkansas is a lot like that. You don't have professional teams, and so
Yeah.
University of Arkansas,
Just a really good college team.
You know, that's your pro team.
Yeah.
You know, that's people say, why are you obsessed with Oklahoma? That's my pro team. We didn't have anything else at the time.
Yeah.
So, guys, man, it's getting packed in here.
Yeah, man, it's
It
getting a
is.
little rowdy over there.
So we won't
Filling
have
up good.
our show tomorrow. Normally,
Nope.
the Chain Gang airs Sunday nights live at 7
o'clock.
But we will be watching.
I'm going to
the
be watching the
Super
game.
Bowl. We're going to watch Mahomes fail to get converted
Wrong.
with 2 minutes
Come on,
left.
Wrong.
Negative.
No, he's going to take him down.
We hope you guys have a very safe and fun Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm going to propose legislation next year that if every time the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl, school should be canceled.
That's right. I'm with you.
That Monday.
I agree.
I
With
agree.
That
100%.
Dr. Randalls, if you're watching, school should be canceled tomorrow.
Go Chiefs.
We want to thank our sponsors, Kaiser Chiropractic. We want to thank Rogersville Pharmacy, Greenbox Photography. We want to thank Hometown Furniture
Yeah,
for
Hometown
sponsoring
Furniture.
our Athlete of the Week. I'm ready to go eat.
Yeah, man, I'm hungry.
I'm ready to go watch some or listen to music.
Yeah.
Watch Charlie.
We got to do that. We got our thing going.
Yeah, are we going to do that? Celine Dion and
Yes.
Kid
Whoa.
Rock?
It's Kid Rock and what was her name?
Celine or
You know,
Sheryl Crow.
Sheryl Crow.
Yeah.
Do you want
I
to
wanna
do the
do-
Cheryl
no,
part or the Kid
I'd
part?
prefer you do the Sheryl Crow
Okay, I
part.
can do that.
He's a good Sheryl Crow.
He's a good.
It's a halftime show.
Okay. I got both. Really, I can back you up on the other two.
Okay. Hey, we are out of here.
Yeah,
I'm
thanks.
John Pope.
I'm Ron White. Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
You've been watching Chain Gang.
See ya.